Peace, y'all. Welcome back. We're doing a little China land video today. I've been doing a little demo out back. It's Wednesday. Get out, July. Get out. They're mad at me. The bees are mad at me. I just tore down their house out there. They were the big fat ones that burrow into the wood. They're living in the trim on some of the one by on the chicken coop back there. Our canopy showed up, our 12 by 20 carport showed up today, a day early. So I'm running a little behind schedule, but we got a pretty packed week this week. The wife wanting to have her little pool party. So grass cutting, all that stuff, and tomorrow being Thursday, it's going to rain. I've been working on destroying these chicken coops out here. Yeah, you see, got old Bob's old pop-up still up doing the job right now. All that wood and stuff was inside that little chicken coop, but we've burned pretty much the whole small one is gone now. We got a bunch of wood off of here, but I took the trim piece off this side right here. See these big fat bees? They're looking for their home, and it's gone. They're in there burning. I don't know if those big ones sting or not, but I know this much. I'm not going to take a chance because, we have an EpiPen here, but if I get stung, I got to get to the hospital. And I'm the only one here. So I kill them. I whack them. I'm sorry. I know you're not supposed to. Bees are good and all that happy horse shit and what have you. But we got some wasps here too, different hornets. These guys here, look at them. They're looking for their piece of wood. It was all hollowed out. Well, they're all dead. I killed them. Smashed a piece of wood. The piece of wood is burnt and gone. Gonna have to deal with these guys next couple of days. We also had the bat guy came and plugged up some places. He actually sealed up everything. Every little gap on the house he sealed up. But he put some tubes up there where the kitchen roof meets that fascia, and it's got tin on it, but it was all peeled up from when they did the shingles, I guess, and they should have put a new piece of trim tin on there, fascia trim siding, and sealed it up, but they didn't. So that was the biggest place the bats were getting in. Another eave right on the very front of this little addition. There's a little overhang, kind of like this one in the back right here. I don't know if you can see all the way over there or not, right next to the door that comes out onto the patio. There was a little gap there too that he filled, but they fill it with stainless steel screen, and then they put this white silicone in it, and when it's dry, it turns clear, so you'll be able to see the screen in there. What they do is they put a couple plastic tubes in there, big enough for the bats to climb out, but they're too stupid, I guess, to get back in. So they leave it for a couple of weeks and they come back and check. We're also having them remove any poop, guano that's up there because it's poisonous. It'll make you sick, could kill you. So we're having them remove that. They use some kind of HEPA vacuum to remove the insulation 5 feet around any pile of poop, and then they re-insulate. They blow new insulation in. So the whole deal altogether is almost $5,000, man. But we have an infestation, I mean, I was surprised when I asked a guy by the amount of poop up there that you saw, how many bats do you think we have? And I was thinking surely he's only going to say 5 to 10. He said between 30 and 40. And I about crap. I didn't tell the wife, man. She really would have lost her mind. But yeah, so we got that going on. The chimney on the other side of the house that doesn't really, it's not functional. The bats were on top of it. He found poop on top of it, and the wasps are inside of it. And so the guy got stung a few times, and he had to go back. And he told me, if you're allergic, you want to stay away from that side of the house for a couple of days, because every flying, stinging insect out here has been running around angry ever since the bat guy was here on Monday. And now these bees are pissed off too. So I wasn't going to take a chance. I'm just going to whack them and stack them. I know, you know, without the bees, the world doesn't survive, and yak, yada, yada. Well, you know what? Blame the end of the world on me then, because Robert killed about 10 or 12 of these bees. Some of them right in the wood. I smashed the wood. And unbelievable. It just looked like a piece of 1x. It had a little hole in it. And man, they go in and they burrow all through that thing. It's amazing. It really is amazing how bees eat wood. But so here we are. This is it. We're going to get this bit here tore down, obviously in the next. Well, like I said, it's going to rain tonight and tomorrow, after all into the afternoon tomorrow. So pretty much a loser tomorrow. We're going to run back to Roseville, pick up our last load of stuff out of the attic of the garage there, and we'll leave it in the truck until we get this thing put up. But we got to get rid of this. We want to put our unit right back at the back of the barn here. I sealed all this stuff up because I knew the bat guy was coming, and there was a big hole up in this corner. I don't know if in another video I showed you that, but I don't know if there was birds, squirrels, or both. But I knew the bats they're going to come looking, and there's gaps. I mean, if they're going to get in, they're going to get in. You know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Hell, they may be up there already, as far as I know. But we haven't seen or heard anything up there. So I got to get the tin from the sliding door that was here and get it worked up and put the tin on the wood here. I think what we're going to do is leave. It's doubled up 2x4 thickness, right? You see? And then it's got a 2x4 standing on end on each end of it, which would be a little too thick. I think it might stand out a little bit. Well, we're going to try to use this as one big piece, and we'll make a great big cardboard template of what's there with breaks in it, you know. Show you. Well, obviously we'll use the trimmed end here, but we'll leave it long enough to put breaks, and then we'll put another piece of trim over, an elbow over, same over here. We'll leave it so we can put a break in it. It'll be a thin little piece here, but still we'll be able to clean this all up, and then of course seal it with some good silicone, and move on. Right? We get this done, get this out of here. And this thing's already pretty shaky. I mean, there ain't much to it. You could probably just get Chuck over here with his four-wheeler and just tear it right down. Just tear it down and then cut it up. I mean, I've been using chainsaw, sawzall, and the circular saw, depending on if there's screws or not and what kind of wood we're cutting. But that chainsaw, for under 40 bucks at Harbor Freight, that's the best 40 bucks I've ever spent. That thing is awesome. It cuts through everything. And it's still cutting trees down out here. So we took all the shingles off the roof of both those things and put them down on top of our skids here, because this is where we're going to pile up the two big, lack of a better word, pine type looking trees that are out in front of the house. We also are going to, if Brad doesn't come back to take down this half a tree in the backyard that's hanging over the pool when we're done, obviously for the season now. We got to wait till we get the cover on it now. Then I'll do it myself. All I need is I need an extension ladder, and we don't have one, so we need to get one. The wife is a little freaked out about money all together now, because it costs $5 grand to get this bat thing taken care of. But you know, since we had that one bat flying through the house, that'll freak you out, man. You know, it's a critter, and it's a disease carrying critter that'll make you sick if it scratches you or bites you. You look online about bats in your house. They can bite you in your sleep, and you won't even wake up. You won't even know. That's pretty damn scary. So we keep the doors closed. We stuff stuff underneath the door, knowing now that if they can't, you know, if they're freaking out about climbing out a tube to get out, you know, they're all talking to one another. They may try to get into the house to get out, and so we've been keeping everything that's connected to the attic, the bathroom with the laundry, and Sherry's bathroom upstairs. We've been closing those doors and stuffing towels underneath the doors just to make sure that they can't get in. And then of course when she goes to bed, I close the door after I tuck her away. And then when I go to bed, I close the door and stuff something underneath the door, because until this gets taken care of, you're going to be a little freaked out about it once you start looking into it and educating yourself about it, you know. The bat guy tells me everybody has bats. That's right, you have them too. Doesn't matter where you live, suburbs, out in the country, big city, it doesn't matter. Bats are like rabbits. They breed. They hang out in huge groups. They're very territorial, so they stay in the same place. If you can get them out of your house, he said they'll probably run to that building back there. They'll try to get in here before they'll even go so far as to go over there to old Gary and Nancy's and look for a way into their joint. They'll keep trying to get back in here though, because that's how they are, very territorial. But they're everywhere. And the guy said every house you've ever lived in or grown up in or been to has bats, guaranteed, hands down. No, you know, final answer. He says. He said he's been doing this a long time, and he said we'll get him out of your house. We'll take care of it, and it's guaranteed. So if we have any problem a year from now, between now and a year from now, we hear something, we can call. They'll go check it out, and if there's a problem, they find another place where they're getting in, they'll seal it up. It's all part of the deal. So, yes, it's pricey, but, you know, I want to be able to sleep at night. You know what I'm saying? So, 12 by 20. We can't go right up against the building because the peak would be this way. And if there's snow on it, the snow can't. That's why we can't put it here. Because the snow on one half would have to come down. When it rained, it would come down, and you know, it's not sealed up. To the ground, so any water that runs down it would get underneath and come through. So we're going to get it out here. We'll get it as close to this tree as we can, so we can hopefully get right to the end of that little concrete approach there. 12 feet by 20 feet, and we'll put the garage door here so we can get the lawnmower out this end. It's got a side door that will line up with her area there, and that's gonna solve a lot of our headaches and troubles until maybe we can build something structurally permanent here down the road. It just buys us more time, just buys us a little tick-tock, buys us some time. So there you go, July 30. That's it. It's almost August, man. Summer is moving right along. Not flying by as quick as I'd have thought, but it's all good. I'm actually looking forward to the end of the year, the end of the summer. I've been swimming far more than I ever have in 2 years here. I figure, you know what, we're paying to run the guts out of that thing. So the wife comes home from work, she'll go out there and clean it up, and we have the little monitor in the house that tells us what the water temperature is in the pool in the house. So I know if it says it's 82 degrees, it's really only the first 6 inches. When you turn the pump on and it starts filtering the water, you can watch it drop about 2 or 3 degrees in the house over about 20 minutes, half an hour. But if it's 80 degrees, I just dive right in, man. And I'm floating around, swimming around, getting a little exercise pretty much every day when the wife comes home. So. Gotta use it. Gotta, you know, you gotta take advantage of it while you can. Make hay while the sun is shining, so to speak. But come winter, we'll be able to work inside, and her place will get finished. My stuff, my T-shaped bench area will get finished. We'll get the entertainment center up and running, and next summer we'll have you all over. You can park get you a tent, bring your camper. Bring your go-kart trailer if you sleep in it. We'll run extension cords, whatever it takes, man. You guys can stay for the weekend or whatever, a couple of days, whatever you want to do. Swim, we'll margarita. We'll have ourselves a good time. And we'll have plenty of wood to burn. So hang in there, you folks. It'll get better. You know why. I'm just enjoying life, doing a little demo. Hang in there, y'all. It'll get better. I'm praying for you.